Welcome to Research Reels.
Today, we're diving into research that could transform how cities manage their transit systems. What if making public transit nearly free while charging drivers for road usage could save millions and reduce traffic congestion? That's exactly what researchers, including Chicago Booth's Milena Almagro, University of Pennsylvania's Felipe Barbieri, and Juan Camilo Castillo, and MIT's Nathaniel Hickok and Tobias Salz, found in their study of Chicago's transportation system. Americans make about 850 million urban trips every day, but only 3.4% of those are on public transit. Meanwhile, congestion costs the U.S. economy $87 billion annually. Cities are scrambling to reduce congestion, cut emissions, and improve equity. Some have tried free public transit. Others are improving service frequency. Cities like London and New York have implemented congestion pricing. But which strategy works best, and what happens when you combine them? That's what this team set out to discover. They developed a comprehensive framework to analyze how different transportation policies interact and how they impact commuters, costs, and the environment. What makes this study especially compelling is the rich data set the researchers assembled, including fare card data from the Chicago Transit Authority, CTA, every ride-hailing and taxi trip in the city, cell phone location records to track car usage, Google Maps data on travel times and routes. This gave them a detailed view of how people move around Chicago, what modes they choose, and how long their trips take, broken down by neighborhood and hour of the week. They uncovered some striking patterns. Despite its extensive transit system, 69% of trips in Chicago are by car. Buses, though cheapest, typically run under 20% capacity, even during rush hour. There's also a sharp income divide. Lower-income travelers tend to use buses. Higher-income riders favor trains and ride-hailing. To make sense of these dynamics, the team built a model with three core parts. Demand side: how travelers choose modes based on price, speed, and preferences. Supply side: how travel times respond to congestion and transit frequency. Government optimization: a planner maximizes welfare while balancing a budget. This allowed them to simulate different policy scenarios and revealed that budget constraints create monopoly-like distortions. When cities have to balance their books, they often set higher prices and deliver lower quality service than is socially optimal, much like how a monopolist restricts supply to increase revenue. The researchers tested several scenarios, and the results were eye-opening. Scenario 1: optimize public transit with budget constraints. Fares drop, 40% for buses and 23% for trains. Bus frequency drops by 14%, too many run empty. Welfare gain, $400,000 per week. Biggest winners, low-income riders. Scenario 2, road pricing alone. Road tax, 35 cents per kilometer, about $13.40 per day. Welfare gain, $4,570,000 per week, but consumer surplus falls $29,100,000 per week without rebates. Even with rebates, consumers lose $800,000 per week. Scenario 3, combine road pricing plus transit optimization. Transit becomes nearly free, 16 cents for buses, 26 cents for trains. Frequencies increase, 12.6% train, 11.5% bus. Welfare gain, $5,270,000 per week. With rebates, consumer surplus rises $500,000 per week. This combined policy lets the city escape the budget trap and deliver better service at lower prices. It's not just about pricing, it's about using road tax revenue to fund better transit. One of the most important findings is how policy impacts vary by income. Road pricing alone is regressive. It hits low-income commuters hardest. But combining it with transit subsidies and flat rebates makes the system progressive. Low-income travelers benefit most. Middle-income drivers, most dependent on cars, are hardest hit, explaining political resistance. The researchers also tested granular policies, adjusting frequency by route and time. They found that increasing frequency on busy routes by 50% and decreasing it on underused routes by 40% delivers welfare gains 4 to 6 times greater than uniform adjustments. Many buses run nearly empty while others are overburdened. Better allocation could significantly improve outcomes without increasing costs. The key takeaways for policymakers are: road pricing works, but needs support. Alone, it reduces externalities but hurts consumers. With transit reinvestment and rebates, it becomes a win-win. Budget constraints distort service. Road pricing revenue enables better pricing and service quality. Tailor service to demand. Uniform frequency increases are inefficient. Adjust by route and time. Equity matters. Thoughtful design ensures both efficiency and fairness. Of course, no model is perfect. The study doesn't account for long-term relocation of residents or businesses, time-shifting behavior, for example, avoiding rush hour, or route switching by travelers. Still, these effects are likely moderate and the findings remain robust. This research may offer a roadmap for cities. By combining road pricing with targeted transit subsidies, cities could cut congestion, reduce emissions, and improve access for everyone. It also validates what cities like London and New York are already doing, using congestion pricing revenues to fund better public transit. This isn't just smart politics, it's smart economics. As urban areas confront rising congestion, climate challenges, and inequality, this study shows how to build fairer, more efficient, and more sustainable transportation systems. The future of city mobility may well be nearly free public transit, funded by smarter road pricing.